Trump just made a move that could reshape global power, and he did it mid-flight from a helicopter on his way to meet China's president. After 33 years of silence, the United States is preparing to detonate nuclear weapons again. What comes next could ignite a new arms race, one even more dangerous than the Cold War. Here's how it unfolded, and the timing is unreal. Aboard Marine One, flying to Busan, South Korea, for trade talks with Xi Jinping, Trump dropped a Truth Social post that sent every defense ministry on Earth into panic mode. He announced that he'd ordered the Department of War to immediately begin nuclear testing on an equal basis with other powers. Not next year, not next month, immediately. He claimed Russia was second only to the US in nuclear might and warned that China, a distant third, would catch up within 5 years. Minutes later, Trump stepped off the helicopter and walked into his meeting with Xi as if nothing had happened. No one knew exactly what he meant. Was he talking about underground nuclear detonations, missile flight tests? When reporters shouted questions, Trump ignored them. That silence was almost more chilling than the announcement itself. So, what pushed him to this point? China's nuclear stockpile has exploded. In 2020, they had about 300 warheads. By 2025, that number doubled to over 600, and projections say they'll cross 1,000 by 2030. Beijing recently unveiled 5 new nuclear systems capable of hitting the US mainland. They aren't just building nukes, they're designing them to strike American cities. Meanwhile, Russia's been flexing harder than ever. On October 21st, Putin tested the Burevestnik, a nuclear-powered cruise missile that can fly indefinitely. Days later, he boasted about successfully testing the Poseidon super torpedo, a weapon meant to detonate near coastlines, unleashing radioactive tsunamis. Trump blasted Putin for testing missiles instead of ending the Ukraine war, but clearly, it rattled him. Then comes the timing. Trump made his nuclear announcement minutes before sitting down with Xi. Imagine walking into a negotiation knowing your counterpart just told the world he's restarting nuclear testing because of you. That's not diplomacy. That's psychological warfare, a power move in its purest form. The backlash was instant. Congresswoman Dina Titus vowed to introduce legislation to block the move. Daryl Kimball from the Arms Control Association called Trump misinformed and out of touch. Yet Kimball revealed something crucial. It would take at least 36 months to prepare a real underground test in Nevada. So, is Trump bluffing, or have preparations been happening behind closed doors, in secret? The danger isn't just America testing again, it's what follows. Kimball warned this could trigger a chain reaction of nuclear testing by US adversaries and blow apart decades of global restraint. Putin has already hinted Russia will test if the US does. China called Trump's previous disarmament talks unrealistic. If Washington starts testing, the fragile global moratorium that's held since the 90s could collapse within weeks. Let's step back. Between 1945 and 1992, the US conducted over 1,000 nuclear tests. Russia's last was in 1990. America's in 1992. China's in 1996. For 3 decades, the great powers agreed. Testing these weapons was too dangerous. Then, from a helicopter, Trump shattered that consensus. The numbers paint the picture. America has 5,225 nuclear warheads. Russia has 5,580. China's 600 may seem small, but they're sprinting to catch up. If Beijing hits 1,000 by 2030, the balance of power shifts. Trump believes relying on computer simulations while China and Russia expand puts the US at risk. But whether real testing makes America safer or sparks a global arms race, nobody knows. To Moscow and Beijing, a US nuclear test would be more than science. It would be a statement. We're back. A declaration of dominance. So now, the world holds its breath. Trump's gamble is that showing strength will bring rivals to the table. The risk? Kicking off a testing frenzy that nobody can control. The order's been given. The clock is ticking. Did Trump just restore America's nuclear edge or light the fuse on a new Cold War? One thing's certain, the world just got a lot more dangerous.